One snap of his fingers and lightning rocked the world. When he finally woke up, everything was turned upside down and he realized he had been reborn as a complete stranger. Talk about a bad break, he was reborn as a total loser. Panic set in, and he started screaming for a cheat system in total desperation. Finally, the system answered, giving him the power to level up his talent so he could become a powerhouse in this nightmare filled with bloodthirsty monsters and deadly beasts. At Jiangcheng High School, the senior class was drowning in tension. The big final exams were breathing right down everyone's necks. On the blackboard, a countdown clock screamed 1 day left. Beneath it sat messy math formulas and a heavy message, 20 years of study for this one final shot. Teacher Chen Fan stood there looking dead serious. He barked out, "If you are taking the liberal arts exam, go home and get your gear and supplies ready." He scanned the room, his voice getting lower and way more intense. "And for those on the martial arts track, you better check your armor and blades." Chen Fan stared them down, dropping a truth bomb. "Listen up. The martial exam has a high death rate. If your rank is lower than D, do not even try." The room went ice cold. Amidst the silence, a kid with dark hair and blue eyes smirked. He thought, "Is he talking to me?" That kid was Hua Jingming, the reincarnator. Jingming started remembering everything. This world is called Blue Star. Tech looks like home, but there is a terrifying catch. Bloodthirsty beasts roam the land. Images of cities burning and chaos flashed through his mind as he recalled this nightmare reality. Grotesque monsters with glowing red eyes and razor-sharp teeth were busy spreading terror through every single street and alleyway. To fight back, humanity evolved. People began awakening extraordinary abilities to stand against the beasts. These awakened are the only thin line of hope left for the whole world. The wild thing is, everyone gets their power at 16. And these abilities? They come in every single shape and size imaginable, but not all powers are created equal. There is a massive gap in strength, and Blue Star ranks everyone from level 1 to level 9. Most people get stuck in the F to D range. Jingming remembered his own awakening, a tiny spark that fizzled out instantly. He was a rank E, weak electricity. A pathetic little bolt flickered on his fingertips. Honestly, it had about as much kick as a cheap handheld stun gun. Then a mocking voice sneered from behind. "Hey Jingming, did you not hear the teacher? You still planning on failing the martial arts exam?" Some jacked blonde kid leaned in close, whispering trash in his ear. "With a rank E trash power like yours, you're just going to embarrass the whole school, man. Why not just take the desk job track? Work for your family company and survive. Is that not better than dying?" Suddenly, a girl with short purple hair and a killer figure stood up. She pointed right at the blonde guy. "Huang Tian, mind your own business." Huang Tian just scoffed and turned away, but not before throwing her a nasty look. "Fine, Lin Jingyan, I'll show you who is actually the best during the finals." He walked off, glancing back at Jingming with pure malice. As for this pretty boy, he is just going to be another body on the exam floor. Once he was gone, Jingyan turned to Jingming, her voice softening. "Don't listen to that jerk. Everyone has their own path to take, you know? Maybe switch to the liberal arts track? A peaceful life in the city is not so bad, right?" Jingming stayed quiet, staring down at his application form. In the Great Xia Empire, college education is split into two paths, the desk jockeys or the warriors. His form spelled it out: name, Hua Jingming, gender, male, age, 18, power rank, E, type, elemental. With such a low rank and zero confidence in fighting, most people would play it safe, but those choosing martial arts must enter the zone and fight bloodthirsty monsters to the death. It is a path paved with blood and tears. Only the survivors with the best scores actually make it into the elite awakened universities. After years of brutal training from master instructors, they finally break their limits and become the powerhouses the world needs to survive. Jingming knew his teacher and Jingyan were just worried about his safety, but in a world full of danger, he knew even if he skipped the high-stakes martial exam, he could never truly hide from the monsters forever. A nightmare memory hit him. He saw his parents falling in a pool of blood during a massive monster tide. That agony was burned into his soul. His parents in this world died in a beast attack. Suddenly, Jingming's gaze turned sharp and his eyes hardened with pure resolve. He clenched his fists, a fire starting to burn in his chest. "I'm not going to be helpless when the monsters come for me again." He looked up, all the doubt gone from his face. He grabbed his pen and filled out the form with zero hesitation. "I'm taking the martial exam." The school was soaked in a beautiful sunset, but inside the gym, the air was whistling as a figure pushed himself to the limit with a long spear. He gripped the weapon, feeling the power surge through his muscles. With a loud shout, he lunged forward, those weak rank E sparks dancing around the tip of the spear. After a brutal workout, he was gasping for air, totally drenched in sweat. "Man, I'm wiped out." Finally, his body gave out and he collapsed onto the floor. Sprawled out and breathing hard, He started thinking back on everything he had been through. Ever since his power awakened, he had chosen the spear. He'd been grinding for 2 long years, but he was still stuck at basic mastery. It hurt. At least he spent 30,000 on a lightning strike skill. It gave him a slight edge over the other rank E losers out there. But the cold reality set in. He reached into the empty air, remembering the grim statistic. The death rate for low-rank students in the martial exam was skyrocketing. Even so, the fire inside him did not die out. He tightened his grip, his eyes burning with an unbreakable will to survive. I'm getting into that academy. I've got to risk everything. Just as he made his choice, a strange blue light suddenly glowed from the back of his hand. A holographic screen popped up right in front of his face. It said, "System activating." He stared, speechless. Then, system successfully activated. Hua Jingming sat straight up as an alert popped up. "System activated. Want to claim your newbie gift pack?" He froze. A wild thought hit him. Was this that legendary cheat code for transmigrators? Shock vanished, replaced by a wave of pure, unadulterated hype and joy. Grinning hard, he yelled out, asking what was inside. The screen flickered to life with the answer. Newbie gift pack. S-rank ability and 200 ability points. S-rank? Hua Jingming went dead silent. He knew how rare that was. Even in a huge country like Great Xia, it takes years for just one person to hit that level. Once you pop up, top-tier awakened schools will literally fight for you, offering endless resources and elite training programs. You are groomed to become a legend. A spark of hope lit up his eyes. Clenching his fists, he felt his big break was finally here. Me, an E-rank loser, finally getting a shot at flipping the script. He didn't hesitate, reaching for the holographic screen. Smirking with confidence, he tapped the screen. Ding! Notifications rolled in. Newbie pack claimed successfully. 200 ability points have been deposited into your account. The S-rank ability, Purple Heaven God Lightning, started downloading. A massive surge of violet energy slammed into his chest. Arg! A wave of pain hit him like a freight train. Hua Jingming braced as purple bolts of lightning wrapped his body. His shirt shredded instantly, revealing his lean, toned muscles. Progress is at 10%. Boom! An explosion shattered the windows and rocked the room. 20%. 30%. The entire training hall was reduced to a pile of smoking rubble. Outside, a girl pointed at the shattered window of his apartment. She asked innocently, "Mommy, what happened to that big brother's house?" All the neighbors were in a panic. One guy pulled out his phone, face pale as a ghost. "Something happened at the Hua kid's place. Call the fire department, now!" Despite the agonizing torture, Hua Jingming gritted his teeth and held on. It hurt like hell, but the transformation just kept going. 50, 60, 70%. Suddenly, the sky outside turned pitch black, shocking everyone on the street. Why did it get so dark all of a sudden? Storm clouds swirled as a massive lightning dragon appeared in the heavens, letting out a world-shaking roar. Boom, boom, boom. Inside a luxury penthouse, a powerful-looking man stared out the window with a dead serious expression on his face. What a terrifying lightning spirit. I can feel a crushing pressure from way over here. Could it be a powerful thunder beast preparing for an invasion? The commander turned, barking orders to his subordinates. 3rd Legion of Jiangqing City, enter full combat alert status right now. The soldier snapped a salute and shouted back, "Yes, sir!" High in the air, the lightning converged into a ferocious dragon head. A world-shaking force slammed into Jingming. Arg! He let out one final roar as his evolution hit its peak. 80, 90, 99, 100%. The ability transformation is finally complete. The energy began to recede, condensing into a sphere of lightning in the wrecked room. Hua Jingming slowly stood up, feeling the raw power coursing through his veins. He opened his hand, and a shimmering purple orb of lightning appeared. He smirked with satisfaction. This is S-rank power. Purple Heaven God Lightning is leagues above that weak static from before. One strike from this could turn a person into literal dust. He wiped his forehead, looked around the demolished room, and let out a long sigh. That was a bit too much noise. Lucky I held back a little, or else more than just this training room would be leveled. Then, he remembered something important. Right, that newbie pack gave me 200 ability points too. What are these for? The system screen popped up to explain. Ability points are earned by slaying ferocious beasts. Spending these points allows you to level up your rank and skills. You can check your total points and upgrade options right here in the system panel. Hua Jingming grinned from ear to ear, hands on his hips. Ha! I love this simple but overpowered cheat code. Open system. Whoosh! A detailed info panel appeared before his eyes. Name, Hua Jingming. Rank, unranked, awakened. Ability, Purple Heaven God Lightning. Class, S rank. Physique, 121. Spirit, 140 units. Skills, basic spear technique and basic thunder wind slash. Ability points, 200. Feeling the new power surging, Hua Jingming clenched his fist as purple sparks danced on his skin. His eyes flashed with cold determination. The entrance exams are tomorrow. I need to spend these 200 points where they matter most to max out my combat power. He gave a firm command. System, allocate the points for me. He tapped the system, distributing points with a strategy in mind. Since abilities come from physique and spirit, I will strengthen these two core attributes first. Instantly, the numbers on the panel began to dance, climbing higher and higher, accompanied by the many steady dinging sounds of the system. A surge of pure, raw energy erupted from within, enveloping him completely. He could feel every cell in his body cheering as his nerves became sharper and more responsive. So this is what it feels like to have your vitality and mind boosted? He squeezed his fists, feeling the physical power overflowing from his muscles. Taking a stance, arcs of blue-purple electricity automatically swirled around his body. It was not even intentional, his energy was so abundant it was leaking out on its own. Hua Jingming flashed a confident grin. Now that my base stats are up, whether I am using combat techniques or controlling my lightning, everything gets a massive buff. He glanced at his updated system panel. Both core attributes increased by 20 points. That meant one ability point was equal to exactly 0.2 vitality or spirit units. Now, his stats were sitting at 141 for physique and 160 units for spirit. With his new power, his confidence skyrocketed. He smirked, his eyes flashing with ambition. With my current strength, getting into an awakened school is going to be a breeze. He wondered, though, out of the 700,000 candidates in Jiangnam province, where would he rank against geniuses who had been trained by masters since they were kids? Slinging his long spear over his shoulder, his grin widened. Time to hit the martial arts gym and test these stats. Bang! Suddenly, a foot kicked his door down. 3 firefighters in full gear stood right there in front of him. He was dazed. The lead firefighter, sweating, said breathlessly, "We got a distress call about a fire here." Hua Jingming looked back at the wreckage of his room. He scratched his head and explained, "It was probably just a shockwave from my training. Everything is fine now." Hearing that, the firefighter let out a huge sigh of relief and turned to his team. "Oh, so that is it. The emergency is over. Pack it up, boys." Leaving, he threw a shocked look back at Hua Jingming. He couldn't believe all this wreckage came from some kid just training his powers. For real, teens these days are absolute monsters. The fire truck sped off, leaving a mob of neighbors gossiping like crazy. When Hua Jingming walked out with his spear, a neighbor rushed him. "Hey, little Ming, you actually okay after that fire back there?" He said, "I am good, Uncle Yang. It is all good." Another neighbor checked his gear and said, "Glad to see you are safe." Off to the gym? Shu nodded, just getting some reps in. The crowd was stunned. Talk about a crazy grind. The big exam is tomorrow and he is still training? My kid would never. In this world, if you want to rank up as an ability user, you have to push your body and spirit to the limit. Since most families do not have private gyms, martial arts halls became the go-to spot for everyone training. Hua Jingming headed for the 2 biggest gyms in Great Xia Thunder Court and Roaring Bear. He stepped inside, and the energy of everyone training hit him instantly. Roaring Bear costs 100,000 a year, strictly for the rich elite. Only Thunder Court keeps its doors open for free to every high school student. Walking through the hall, he suddenly heard a familiar voice coming from a group of students nearby. Wait, is that a gorgeous girl with long black hair and amber eyes turned around? It was Tang Qi, his cousin. Her sharp uniform really highlighted her height, with legs that went on forever. Hua Jingming walked up, confused. "Cousin? What are you doing at Thunder Court?" Tang Qi looked at him and coolly said, "Oh, just hanging out with a friend." He nodded. "Got it. Well, you two have fun looking around. I am hitting the training room." With that, he bolted straight for the gym floor. Watching him leave, Tang Qi frowned. Something felt weird. He did not seem like the same guy. Her friend nudged her. "Hey, Chi-Chi, who was that?" "He is actually fine." Tang Qi replied, "That is Hua Jingming, my cousin. He is a senior like us, taking the martial arts exam tomorrow." A guy in the group teased her. "Why the questions? You got a crush, Xiaoya?" Xiaoya smirked back, totally. With those looks, as long as he is not a weakling, he would be some serious eye candy. Tang Qi sighed and killed the vibe. Prepare to be disappointed. He only awakened an E-rank ability. Xiaoya's face fell. "What? Only an E-rank? What a total waste." The guy laughed. "An E-rank actually trying for the martial arts exam? You have to admire the guts on him." But Tang Qi looked stressed. "Guts do not matter when the risk is this high. I really wish he would just skip it." Feeling the mood get heavy, she changed the subject. "Anyway, Forget it. We came to check out Thunder Court, right? Xiaoya perked up. True. I have spent 3 years at Roaring Bear, so this is my first time here. Let's go get some pre-exam relaxation. Inside a private room, Hua Jingming stood before a massive training target. He gripped his long spear, feeling a change. He was stunned. This spear feels way lighter now. Then it hit him. It was not the weapon, his body had just gotten way stronger. He rubbed the shaft, feeling a bit down. The big exam is tomorrow, though. No time to find a better weapon right now. He got into a stance, his eyes turning sharp. Let's see what I can do. Raw power only, no abilities. He took a breath. Broom! He lunged with a straight thrust, the spear tip cutting the air at insane speeds. A loud metallic clang echoed as he hit the target. The force meter flashed, 321 units. The massive target had a huge dent in it. The room was made of memory metal, so it started fixing itself immediately. Hua Jingming pulled his spear back and clenched his fist, unable to hide his excitement. His raw strength had literally doubled. A normal awakened person usually caps out at 100 units. This was on another level. Suddenly, lightning flashed in his eyes. Time for the purple heaven divine thunder. He focused, and purple electricity surged around him. His hair stood up as his aura exploded with pure power. Boom! He unleashed a lightning strike, letting all that terrifying power explode at once. The meter went absolutely insane, jumping to 3,021 units. Hua Jingming was panting, but he had a huge, hyped-up grin. A SSS rank ability is truly a beast. Even a typical level 1 user usually only hits 1,000 units max. He was not even level 1 yet, but his damage was already matching a mid-level 1 pro. He tilted his head, sparks dancing. But he was not done yet. He gripped the spear, channeling even more purple lightning. Muscle power, ability boost, plus his combat technique that was his real finisher. He stepped back for a running start, his body drowned in a sea of white and purple electricity. He was ready to drop his ultimate move, the lightning windbreaker. All that energy flowed into the spear tip, forming a blinding orb of static that slammed the target. The light from the blast swallowed everything. Break! Hua Jingming roared, and a massive shockwave ripped through the building. Back in the main hall, everyone nearly lost their balance. A guy in gym clothes panicked. Earthquake! On the same floor, Tang Chi and her group were also struggling to stay upright. The guy with them went pale. This energy is insane. No way, that has to be a real ability user. The group huddled up, totally shocked. Xiaoya asked, "Is not this floor supposed to be for high schoolers only? Did some pro from Roaring Bear come here to flex?" The guy said, "Let's go check it out." Tang Chi followed her curiosity. They followed the energy trail and reached a quiet hallway. The pulse definitely came from right around here. Hua Jingming stepped out, spear on shoulder. Tang Chi gasped. "Little Ming? Heading home?" he said. "Yeah, gotta go prep." "All right then. Good luck with the combat test tomorrow, but keep it safe, okay?" His buddy looked dead serious. "Forget him. The energy surge is coming from right here." The crew marched up to the gym door. Ming just left. This had to be the spot. The door swung open, and everyone froze. Total disaster. That memory metal target was shredded into pieces. The floor was cracked, and all the nearby gear was basically junk. Qi and Xia were dead silent. Shocked. Xia covered her mouth and stammered, "Oh my god. I can't believe even memory metal got totally obliterated like that. How insane was that attack? Is there really a high schooler in this city tough enough to pull off something that wild?" The smart guy checked it out and shook his head. No way a student did this. He could still feel the leftover energy, and it was absolutely insane and powerful. Probably some level 2 pro who wandered onto the wrong floor just to test their true power in a practice room. Another guy nodded. Called it. An attack with this much force could never come from just a regular high school kid. Exactly. Even a genius from the capital couldn't pull this off. No way our city has someone like that. Then Xia's brain kicked in. Only Ming walked out of that room earlier. You guys think it is possible he's the one who actually caused all this massive damage? Maybe he's a secret genius hiding his power to blow everyone away at the exam tomorrow. The guys just laughed. One said she'd been reading way too many underdog stories. That is totally ridiculous. To hide your power, you actually need to have some in the first place. He is just an E rank awakened. Cracking a score of 100 would be a miracle. Their leader pointed down both ends of the hallway, explaining that both sides lead straight to the exit. That pro must have left through the other end. That's why we missed him. He turned to look at Qi, who was just standing there with a weird look on her face. "Qi, am I right or what?" She didn't answer. She was just staring at those deep cracks in the wall where things got wrecked. She mumbled, "Maybe." She gently ran her fingers over a deep, clean hole where the metal had been pierced straight through. A thought hit her. These marks looked exactly like they were made by a spear. She suddenly pictured her cousin walking around carrying that heavy spear of his. Qi looked suspicious. She wondered if Ming was just being cocky about the upcoming combat exam. She pushed the thought aside, though, because the big day was finally here. It was finally exam day. Hundreds of buses lined up to drop students off at a massive, ruined wasteland. This was officially their testing ground. Every student was carrying their own weapon as they stepped off the buses, making the whole scene loud and chaotic. Ming stepped down, gripping his spear with a calm, confident look. He was totally different from the nervous kids. He took a deep breath, feeling the heavy tension. So, is this really where we're testing? Suddenly, a terrified scream erupted from the crowd by the fence. Damn it, look at that. I think I see a one-horned rhino. That news sent everyone into a total panic. Usually, it's just normal beasts like shadow cats or boars. This year's exam is insane. While everyone was freaking out, a cocky voice cut through. So what if it's a one-horned rhino? He looked at the scared crowd with pure disgust. If you can't even handle a beast like this, you're just total trash, even if you're lucky enough to pass and get into an academy. A student recognized him and asked his friend who that loudmouth was. His friend whispered back, "Who else could it be? That is the famous windsword, Chu Yang from First High." He went on to say with total admiration that the guy has a B-rank wind ability and is already a rank 1 awakened user. Ming also turned his head to get a look at Chu Yang. The guy was a total genius and the top candidate for this year's combat title. Ming felt a surge of competition. Between him and that guy, who's actually stronger? Right then, a loud, serious voice boomed over the speakers, telling all the students to pay attention. A middle-aged man in a military uniform stepped onto the stage. He spoke out clearly, "I am the chief commander for this city's combat exam. Before we start, I need to emphasize a few important things." He pointed to the ruins and said the exam starts at 9 a.m. and ends at 9 p.m., totaling 12 hours. The test site is the abandoned town behind me. A huge map appeared. Like previous years, it's divided into the outer ring, central area, inner ring, and the core zone. Taking down different levels of beasts will earn you points. The stronger the beast you defeat, the more points you get. Commander Yang got serious, saying the core zone is like the hardest bonus questions on a test, meant only for the top students to tackle. Know your limits and don't throw your life away for some points. Ming stared at the map and made up his mind. Yesterday, he would have only dared to stick to the outer zones. But now, I'm definitely hitting the inner ring, and maybe even the core zone itself. Yang continued, "We'll start handing out supplies now, so line up with your teachers." Ming walked over to Mr. Fan, who handed him a specialized gear bag. There were 3 items inside. First was a smartwatch used to track the beasts you kill while calculating your score in real time. Next was a tactical backpack with 3 energy bars, an energy drink, and a medical kit, enough to keep a student going for 12 hours. And finally, a safety orb that creates a high-voltage electric grid around you, which normal beasts simply cannot break through at all. Mr. Fan patted Ming's shoulder, telling him with a worried look that even though using the orb ends the exam early, his life was more important than any grade. Ming nodded and thanked his teacher. As he turned to leave, a familiar voice called his name. It was Lin, and she was running right toward him. She gave a huge smile and asked if he had a team yet or if he wanted to join hers. She bragged that she just awakened a C-rank ability. Liao was there too and yelled out, "Hey Ming, once we get in there, I'll be the one looking out for you." But a teammate snaps back. "Look, class rep, being nice is cool and all, but this is a real combat exam. We only have 5 spots, and carrying this guy will ruin our high score." Liu Wei fires back. "We had a deal, and now you are flaking?" The guy points at Hua Jingming. "Who knew this loser actually had the balls to show up for the test?" "Whatever, man. I am not lugging dead weight through this final." Seeing the drama, Hua Jingming steps in with zero stress. "Old Liu, class rep, thanks for the backup." He smiles, looking them dead in the eyes. "I am going solo. You guys go ahead and find a squad." Lin Jingying and Liu Wei are shocked. She asks nervously, "Are you for real?" Hua just gives a firm nod. She sighs. "Fine. Just watch your back out there, okay?" The guy next to her grumbles, "Forget him. Let's go find Huang Tian and start a real team." They bail fast, leaving Hua Jingming alone in the mess. Watching his old friends walk away, Hua just lets out a cocky smirk. This is about to get fun. Whatever. He turns around, eyes burning with pure confidence. "I do not need a team to crush this high score." Right on cue, the speakers boom as a fleet of drones swarm the sky. The 2037 Jiangcheng High School Martial Arts Entrance Exam has officially begun. Cameras on. Drones ready. We are going live to broadcast this high-stakes entrance exam to the entire world right now. The huge gates creak open and thousands of students flood the ruins like angry hornets. One kid screams, "Jiangnan Awakened University, here I come. I am going to shock everyone today." The crowd surges forward as the brutal life-or-death struggle officially starts. But the reality of combat hits like a freight train. Someone is already down. Hua walks by, hearing a faint distress signal chirping from the guy's watch. Call the medics. He keeps moving. It is just like they say. High risk, high reward. Not everyone can actually flip the script on their fate. Suddenly, Hua's eyes go sharp. A clawed footprint is fresh in the dirt right in front of him. A jet-black beast, some demon cat with glowing eyes, lunges from the shadows. Hua realizes it instantly. The monster left that survivor alive as bait. It is a trap. The shadow cat snarls and leaps. He does not flinch, dropping into a perfect combat stance. He faces the beast head-on. The thing is a total blur, but Hua is faster. With a smooth sidestep, he dodges that killing blow instantly. The shadow cat lands, lethal and agile. With razor claws and a 1,000-kilogram bite force, it is the ultimate rookie killer. A true nightmare for any beginner. It spins around, growling with pure rage. Hua grips his spear, coolly analyzing the threat. Beasts are called ferals for a reason. They have a special aura that can literally paralyze their prey with pure fear. Most rookies freeze the second they feel that killer energy. They lose 70% of their strength or just stand there like statues. It is a total mental game. Rich kids hire pro-awakened bodyguards to train in the wasteland to get used to this heat. I never had that luxury. This is my first real fight. The shadow cat is done waiting. It lunges with insane speed, aiming those jagged fangs right for Hua's throat. It is going straight for the kill. Slash! Blood sprays everywhere. Hua does not even bother dodging. He delivers a lightning-fast thrust, purple sparks dancing off his spear as it drills through the beast's skull. He rips the spear out, stone cold. Guess that fear aura does not work on me at all. A notification pops up on his watch. Tier 0 Shadow Cat neutralized, plus 3 ability points. A note explains that beasts are ranked from Tier 1 up to Tier 9. Tier 0 is basically the beast version of a human awakened. Hua checks his virtual display. Killing these things is the key to farming ability points. I can use these to boost my power, but Tier 0 points are kind of trash. He looks toward the center of the ruined city. Since the fear aura is not bothering me, hanging out in the outskirts is a waste of time. I need to hit the center, and fast. He moves out, clearing the entire perimeter. His spear is a blur of lethal precision, dropping beast after beast. The points keep rolling in. +3, +5, +6. He runs and calculates. I am racking up points, but I am still low on actual combat experience. Using my purple lightning god thunder can one-shot these tier 0 scrubs, but that will not help me level up my real skills or battle sense. Plus, the higher the skill rank, the more energy it burns. If I go all out with the purple lightning, I will not even last an hour. My old E-rank ability lasted 3 hours, but this exam is a 12-hour marathon. I cannot waste energy before the core zone. Efficiency is the name of the game. I will stick to the plan. I will use pure spear mastery to build real combat experience. Up ahead, a massive one-horned rhino blocks the road like a boulder. It lets out a roar, hooves thundering against the asphalt as it charges like a tank. Hua Jingming does not flinch. He charges right back. He leaps into the air, narrowly dodging the rhino's headbutt. Pure reflex. He lands on its back and drives the spear down. Thwack, a clean finish. Standing on the rhino's corpse, Hua exhales. My killing speed is way faster now. The one-horned rhino was a pushover. Did my spear skills level up without me noticing? He pulls up the system menu to check his stats. Skill, Spear Mastery, Intermediate Plus. He cheers internally. I knew it. Real combat is the best way to level up my spear play. This is exactly what I needed. Intermediate Mastery makes the spear feel like an extension of my body. If I keep pushing, what happens next? Only one way to find out. He spends his hard-earned ability points to upgrade. Instantly, a flood of spear techniques, secrets, and muscle memory pours into his mind like a raging waterfall. Hua's heart skips a beat as he absorbs the data dump. A wave of pure enlightenment washes over him. He exhales, feeling his body sync up with this power. Unbelievable. My head is full of high-level spear secrets. He stands tall, gripping his spear tight, eyes burning with a hunger for the next fight. I am itching for a rank 1 beast to test my skills. Meanwhile, on a dusty road in the outer zone, Lin Jingying and her squad are planning their next move. Suddenly, Lin Jingying freezes. Wait, what? She rubs her eyes, squinting at something far off, looking totally and utterly confused. I think I just saw Hua Jingming. Her teammate snaps back. Class rep, you are tripping. No way it is him. With his trash power, coming here is a total suicide mission. Lin Jingying is still doubting herself, feeling super anxious. Was I really seeing things? That guy from behind looked exactly like Hua Jingming. I wonder how that dude is even doing right now. Suddenly, a teammate shouts and points ahead. Yo, check this out. This one-horned rhino looks like it just got taken out a few minutes ago. The whole squad rushes over. The blood is still fresh and wet. Looks like this beast kicked the bucket just a couple of minutes ago. Fatal wound to the head. Judging by the mark, it had to be a long-range weapon. Someone scans the kill and gasps. It was a spear. Lin Jingying is totally stunned. A wild, crazy thought pops into her head. Could that guy really have been Hua Jingming? Another teammate instantly shuts it down. You are not actually thinking he killed this, are you? This is a beast only a rank C awakened could handle solo. There is no way Hua Jingming could pull off something like that. Liao Wei has an idea. Did Hua Jingming really kill it? Let us just check the leaderboard and find out. Lin Jingying immediately opens her smartwatch and scrolls straight to the rankings. And then, she freezes. Rank 46. Hua Jingming. 256 points. Jiangcheng number 2 high school. She cannot help but blurt out, it is actually him. The whole group starts freaking out, unable to believe their eyes. No way, Hua Jingming actually made it into the top 50? Maybe it is just someone with the same name? Are Rank E awakened really this strong this year? I do not buy it for a second. Over in the spectator area, huge screens are live streaming the top contestants. One fan comments that high school number 1 is dominating, basically hogging the entire top 10 list already. Another person adds that especially Chudan Duong, currently ranked first with 412 points, is a lock for the city top scholar title. Our city of Jiangcheng has not had anyone in the provincial top 100 for years. I wonder if he can actually pull it off. A chubby, middle-aged man fanning himself says with total confidence, the way I see it, he is definitely making the Jiangnan provincial top 100. Chudan Duong is the ultimate ace of our city, and his power is legit even in the provincial martial arts exams. That man is Zhang Wanshan, the director of the Jiangcheng City Bureau of Education. He turns to the principals and says, Old Lu, I am always impressed with high school number 1. High school number 3 is not bad either, finally getting someone into the top 10. The two principals quickly start sucking up, saying it is all thanks to your great leadership, director. We will definitely need more of your help in the future. Zhang Wanshan turns to the principal of high school number 2 with a mocking tone, saying your school really needs to step it up. Your top student is only ranked 18. The principal bows his head and mumbles, yes, sir. Inside, Principal Zhao is absolutely fuming. Out of the top 50, only 8 students from high school number 2 made the cut. Li Ming, Yang Jian, Tang Gu, Hua Jingming, you kids better step up for me. Suddenly, he stops. Wait, who the heck is this Hua Jingming? I have never heard this name. Is he in the elite classes? He starts asking around, and then homeroom teacher John Fan, looking completely blown away, points a shaking finger at the leaderboard. Somehow, Hua Jingming has actually cracked the top 50. Teacher John Fan wipes the sweat off his forehead, still totally unable to believe it. Is this kid not just a rank E awakened? Did he hide his true power? But even if he was hiding, how could a rank E ability suddenly transform into something as insane as rank S? Only the top 10 get dedicated camera spots, so right now they basically cannot find any footage of Hua Jingming at all. How on earth did he rack up such a high score? Teacher Zanfan looks toward the arena, worried. Meanwhile, Hua Jingming has already entered the central zone alone, where the danger level is through the roof. He walks down a silent road, the vibe here being totally different from the chaos outside. In the central area, there are definitely fewer beasts roaming around. He munches on an energy bar while walking along. Rank 1 beasts actually have intelligence and a sense of territory, making them way tougher to deal with than those unranked monsters. Boom! He slams his foot down and lunges forward. A massive tiger with flaming fur and glowing blue eyes suddenly leaps out from a ruined building. Hua Jingming does not even flinch. He swings his spear, creating a wave of heat, and drops into a combat stance, ready for war. The blazing tiger unleashes a massive strike, its razor-sharp claws slicing through the air right at Hua Jingming. The beast lands hard, its claws shredding the concrete road into pieces. Hua Jingming stands his ground with a confident smirk. Is the power of a rank 1 blazing tiger just this weak? Honestly, I would probably need a Tiger King to actually make me break a sweat. He swings his spear and shouts, time to go, as he charges straight at the massive tiger. Slash. With one clean strike, Hua Jingming zips past the beast, leaving a deep, nasty gash right across its body. The blazing tiger let out a roar of pure pain as blood sprayed everywhere. Hua Jingming turns around with a steady stance, his spear not shaking even a little bit. His eyes turn cold and sharp with intense focus. The blazing tiger is badly hurt, but its wild instincts take over, and its eyes glow with pure rage. It lets out an earth-shattering roar as flames erupt from its body. It charges at Hua Jingming, clearly intending to take him down with it. Hua Jingming stays unusually calm, easily dodging the beast's wild strikes. He glides like the wind, evading every single move. He mumbles, not bad for a rank 1 beast, your life force is pretty tough. Still trying to struggle at the very end, huh? He readies his stance, facing the beast as it attacks like absolute crazy. but no matter how much it struggles, it is useless. This time, Hua Jingming stops dodging and goes on the offensive, blue energy wrapping around his spear. He swings, sending out sharp waves that shred the road around them. Each strike is wrapped in a purple-blue energy, aimed straight for the beast's head. Thud. A perfect finishing blow. Blood splatters everywhere as the blazing tiger collapses onto the blood-stained ground. Target eliminated. 1 rank 1 blazing tiger down. Ability points plus 14. Hua Jingming looks at the notification, feeling pleased. The points for a rank 1 beast are almost double what he gets for the unranked ones. He throws his spear over his shoulder, looking at the carcass with a smile. The stronger the beast, the higher the points. This exam might be a danger zone for everyone else, but for me, it is a rare treasure map for leveling up. Chances like this don't happen often. Time to grind and stack those points. He bolted like a bullet to keep hunting. The leaderboard shifts again. One teacher is totally losing their mind. Turns out Hua Jingming is actually in Mr. Ha's class. The other teachers are gossiping like crazy. Most classes have 0 talent, but his student cracked the top 50. Mr. Chen Pham is a coaching legend. For real. In 6 months, we need Mr. Chen to host a seminar and drop all his teaching secrets. Mr. Chen Pham is half hyped and half terrified, waving his hands in a panic. No way it is, all the kids' hard work. Nothing to do with me. Suddenly, someone screams. Look at the screen! Hua Jingming's rank just spiked again. Every eye is glued to the big screen. Rank 25, Hua Jingming. He just bagged 44 points in 1 shot. Director Zhang Van Sun rubs his chin. Checking the scoring system. Taking out a peak unranked beast nets use 6 to 8 points. Bagging a low tier 1 beast earns 14 to 16 points. Another expert adds, shocked that the watch only syncs every 4 seconds. Meaning, the director finishes with a look of total disbelief. Basically, in just 4 short seconds, Hua Jingming wiped out 5 peak unranked beasts, or maybe 3 low-tier ones. We haven't seen this in years. He asks Principal Zhao why he never mentioned having such a massive talent at his school. Principal Zhao is just as lost and admits he has no idea what is going on. Honestly, I just found out myself. We need to ask his teacher for the details. Every single head turns to stare at Mr. Chen Pham, who is frozen stiff. Principal Zhao quickly drags Mr. Chen Pham over. Chen, get over here and tell the bosses about Hua Jingming's deal. Specifically, what is his actual talent level? Cornered and sweating buckets, Mr. Chen Pham stammers. Director, Principal, the thing is, the ability Hua Jingming awakened is only rank E, the absolute bottom tier. Principal Zhao's eyes nearly pop out. Just rank E? Chen, you sure you are not tripping? Mr. Chen Pham answers miserably. Positive. Before the exam, I even told him to skip the combat part. Who knew? Director Zhang Van Sun sips from his thermos. To reach this level with a rank E talent, this kid must have some insane hidden skills. This just makes things way more interesting, does it not? He takes a drink of tea and tells the principal to just watch. At this pace, he will hit the top 10 in no time. His gaze turns sharp. Once that happens, we will see exactly how he is pulling this off. If he is cheating, a scream cuts the director off as the rankings update again. Rank 9, Hua Jingming. On the field, Duang Kai finishes a beast and checks the board. Rank 12, Duang Kai. She is certain now. It was definitely him at the gym yesterday. My little cousin Jingming is actually a beast. Somewhere else, the rank 1 student, Chu Dan Duang, is also staring at the leaderboard. 6 hours left, and a total stranger named Hua Jingming just crashed the top 10. Right then, a drone finds him and starts streaming the action live. On screen, Hua Jingming faces a Tier 1 monster and drops it with a single hit. System alert. Tier 1 Shadow Beast eliminated. 14 points added. He smiles. The central zone really is the best spot for farming points. He looks up and spots the drone tracking him. A drone is following me now. Guess that means I finally made it into the top 10. He stands over the beast and brushes the dust off his clothes. This exam is about power and potential. The better I do, the more attention I get. I never planned to hide my strength anyway. Top 10 is just the start. But before hitting the core zone, I need to buff my stats one more time. He opens the system menu. 312 ability points. Even with over 300 points, there is no level up prompt. Looks like the only way to evolve is through training methods. Fine then, I will just keep dumping points into my basic attributes. Warm energy floods his body, and it feels amazing. Time to head to the core zone. He just added 40 points to physique and 22 to agility. A pack of saber-toothed tigers is tearing apart a massive monster. One tiger pins the prey down and lets out a terrifying roar. Hua Jingming watches from behind a wall. 9 tigers in total, and one of them is clearly the leader with massive claws. That has to be the saber-toothed tiger king. He smirks with excitement. This is going to be a massive haul. Suddenly, his eyes sharpen. Come out. I know you're there. A figure steps out from behind a building. Sharp senses. I can't believe you spotted me. The stranger smiles. So you are the Hua Jingming who just broke the top 10. Jingming is surprised. Chu Dan Duong, you know who I am? Chu Dan Duong explains that he knows everyone strong enough for the core zone except him. So when a new face showed up, he knew it was the rising star. Hua Jingming nods. Makes sense. Chu Dan Duong points at the tiger pack, his eyes gleaming. I have been eyeing these tigers for a while now. Hua Jingming gets defensive immediately. You trying to steal my kills? Chu Dan Duong waves him off. Don't get it twisted. That king is a mid-tier 1 beast. Plus, he has 9 tigers guarding him. No one can solo that. Let's team up. Hua Jingming flatly refuses. No thanks. He turns around with a cocky grin. I am more than enough on my own. He sprints toward the pack, leaving Chu Dan Duong speechless. The tigers spot the intruder and roar in pure rage. Jingming stays calm. They actually have a leader and a basic battle formation. Not bad at all. The Tiger King roars an order from the high ground. The rest of the pack immediately spreads out to surround Hua Jingming. Hua Jingming doesn't flinch as he dives into the center of the trap. Hiding nearby, Chu Dan Duong wonders if this guy is a genius or just suicidal. Standing in the middle of the pack, Jingming lets out a powerful aura. He spins his spear, creating a solid wall of defense. He whipped his spear around like a blur, making air blades that shredded every tiger dumb enough to jump him. Ding. System alerts went wild. Killed. Rank 1 low-tier saber tiger, 10 points. Killed. Rank 1 mid-tier saber tiger, 15 points. Suddenly, the field turned into a tiger graveyard. A huge king roared at the carnage. Ming stood in the mess, catching his breath and clutching his spear. Weak. My stats are still too low to one-shot the whole pack. The Tiger King didn't wait around, though. It charged him instantly. That roar was heavy enough to literally shake the ground. Nearby windows exploded like rain, dropping a million sharp shards everywhere. Old Man Yang hid nearby, clutching his ears and cringing at the noise. Roar. But Ming? He didn't blink, not even a little. You think some noise scares me? Nice try, pal. He ran straight at the massive king. His spear tip glowed with a cold light, ready for the kill. He jumped into the air, moving smooth as a dragon. His spear drew a perfect line, stabbing right into the Tiger King's open mouth. Ding. System alert. Killed. 1 rank 1 high-tier Saber Tiger King. That is another 20 energy points for the win. Yang just stood there, paralyzed. No way. He cleared the whole pack at once? What kind of beast is this kid? Ming grinned from the corpse. Total jackpot. I will have a mountain of points by the time this exam wraps up. He jumped down. The more the merrier. Time to find some more monsters to wreck. Yang ran over as he was leaving. Hold on. How did you solo a whole pack with just a spear? Are you a physical enhancement type or what? Ming kept walking and shrugged. Nah, man, I am lightning. He leaped onto a building and disappeared before Yang could even get a word out. Yang was shocked. Lightning? Is he joking? Even if you want to hide your real power, there is no reason to lie like that. What a jerk. He checked the leaderboard, heart pounding. He just killed a ton of monsters. No way he is already catching up to my score. He screamed. Rank 1, Hua Kan Min, 1,122 points. Rank 2, Chu Dan Duong, 985 points. Yang yelled in a total rage. He actually passed me. Up in the stands, Director Van Sun stood up laughing. That spear style is absolutely cracked. Ming is only 18 and already a spearmaster. It is official. We are looking at a straight-up genius right here. He patted Principal Ju on the back. With Ming, we are definitely cracking the provincial top 100. This is huge for Jiang City. After the exam, I will recommend your school for a massive reward. Principal Ju was beaming. Thank you so much, Director. Principal Ju turned away to wipe off some happy tears. Ming is a total legend. Our school finally gets to walk with pride. 3 hours later in the core zone, Yang was wandering around looking totally lost. What is going on? Where did all the monsters go? Suddenly, he bumped into a group. You should ask the #1 guy about that. Yang was shocked. You guys? Why are you all together? Owen pointed at the rankings. 3rd place Nu Hao. 4th place Man Rao. 9th place Duang Kai. She said Ming basically vacuumed up every beast here. None of us could find anything left to kill. So we just grouped up to waste some time. Yang didn't believe it. No way. There are tons of monsters in the core zone. Kai said, guess you haven't checked the board lately. Look at his score. Yang looked at the screen, stuttering in total shock. 3,400? Over 3,400 points? Kai looked at him coldly. Get it now? Even if you take away the 700 points from the center, he still has over 2,500. Basically, he soloed nearly 200 beasts in the core zone. Yang groaned. No wonder he was worried about others stealing his kills. He had this all planned. Engu Hao, the number 3 guy, spoke up. There are only a few hours left in this martial arts exam. We are teaming up for the final zone. He pointed into the distance. The lowest mobs there are rank 1 high tier. There is even a rank 2 king. Going alone is suicide. Man Rao looked at Yang, squinting his eyes. We need to work together. You in? Yang didn't hesitate. Count me in. Night fell. Ming sat on a pile of monster corpses, staring tiredly up at the crescent moon. Supplies were gone. The exam was ending soon. He took out his last energy bar and took a bite. He stood up, eyeing the final area. If I want more points, I have to go deeper. But the final zone has rank 2 beasts. I need to power up a bit first. He opened the system panel. 2,413 points. Where should I put these? He thought for a second. Then a devious smile crept up. He took a deep breath, channeling all his energy into the spear. Purple lightning started crackling all around it. This should be enough to handle the toughest part of the test. Meanwhile, Yang's group was also heading into the final area. The final sprint has begun. A massive beast with white fur and red crystals on its back blocked their path. Ming arrived too, spear on his shoulder, eyes full of hype. Wonder what kind of rank 2 beast they set up for us. Yang's group screamed in horror. Not the bloodburst bear. The giant bear let out a roar that shook the earth. Nearby cars were tossed into the air like toys. Kai and Rao turned pale. This thing is super rare. Its hide is tougher than grade E alloy. Bullets can't even touch it, and one slap would crush us instantly. Kai gave up. We should bail on this. Hao pointed at the high-level rank 1 beasts that were already surrounding the group. Before that bear even moves, these rank 1 beasts will kill us. One guy panicked. I am out. Points are worthless if I am dead. Hao yelled in anger. What kind of sick person designed this exam anyway? Suddenly, Rao pointed ahead. Look, someone is coming. Don't look so shocked. It is just Hua Jingming. He drops from the sky, landing light as a feather. Man Rao's jaw hits the floor. Is that really him? He is a looker, but Wu Hao is not buying it. Pretty faces don't kill monsters. Charging in alone? That is a straight-up suicide mission. Jingming dives headfirst into the pack. Huge mistake now, they are all awake. He swings that spear, effortlessly dropping every beast that dares to charge him. The blood bear roars, sicking the pack on him. Facing the frenzy solo, Jingming turns into a human hurricane, shredding everything that stands in his way. The beasts get swallowed by his spear shadows. Chudan Duang's crew is frozen. There is no way Jingming makes it out of this alive, right? Wu Hao snaps that he is being too reckless and deserves this. Duang Qi panics. No, I have to go help him. Wu Hao grabs her. Are you crazy? He yells that she will die for nothing. Man Rao tries to hold her back too. Exactly. Did you forget the plan? Duang Kai snaps, looking determined as hell. You do not understand, Jingming is my cousin. I cannot just sit here and watch him die. Suddenly, a massive bolt of purple lightning explodes from the pack, blinding everyone. A massive shockwave hits, shaking the ground so hard the group can barely stand. The earth beneath them is literally vibrating with raw power. Chudan Duang shields his eyes from the glare, looking totally shell-shocked. He stammers this lightning. Is this the power Jingming was talking about? In the middle of the absolute chaos, Jingming stands tall, covered in crackling purple bolts that sizzle with terrifying energy. Monster corpses are littered everywhere now. He stares down the remaining horde, his eyes turning ice-cold and sharp. He thinks brute force won't cut it against these high-level beasts. It is too much. Time to bring out the real power. He exhales, a cocky smirk creeping onto his face while sparks dance on his fingertips. Not bad for an S-rank ability. This is pure destruction. In a blink, the ground around him is wiped clean. Nothing remains but monster corpses and the lingering glow of purple lightning. Jingming looks up, locking eyes with the massive blood bear. Feeling insulted, the giant beast lets out a deafening roar that makes the very air tremble. Jingming calmly sizes up his opponent. The blood bear is a massive tank, but it is way too slow. With my lightning speed, I can take him. He glances at the smaller beasts nearby, but these little minions might get in the way. He locks in. Decision made. Time to clear the floor first. Electricity surges through him again, his eyes glowing with a deadly blue light. Just like that, Jingming vanishes like a bolt of lightning. His spear carves through the air with electric speed, piercing every beast. A tiger monster leaps but gets skewered through the skull, blood spraying everywhere. A system alert pops up as he blurs past. Killed one rank 1 high beast, plus 13 points. Feeling the power surge, he licks a drop of blood off his lip. This lightning burns my own body. I cannot stay like this. He swings his spear, sending a wave of electricity through the pack. This should be more than enough to handle you losers. A rhino beast gets fried and drops. Another alert. Killed one rank 1 high rhino, plus 15 points. Watching his minions die, the blood bear goes berserk. It lets out a world-shaking roar, smashing the concrete and leaving a massive crater. But the crater is empty. With insane speed, Jingming managed to dodge the hit in the nick of time. Jingming zips away like a spark. Purple current wraps around him, crackling as the angry bear charges forward. He leaps back, landing gracefully on a concrete slab, keeping a safe distance from the raging beast. He circles around to finish the rest off. System alerts flood the screen. Killed one rank 1 high rhino, plus 15 points. The streak continues. The blood bear is losing its mind, roaring at the sky in pure rage. Jingming just smirks, lightning dancing around his shoulders. What is the matter? Mad because I killed your friends? He runs toward the last rhino. Don't worry, you are next after I finish this one. But suddenly, the blood bear teleports right in front of his face. This sudden move actually surprises him. Not bad, he thinks. You actually predicted my move. The bear swipes, shaking the entire area. The poor rhino is crushed into the dirt. Meanwhile, he has already leaped into the air, glaring at the bear with battle intent. Finally, no more trash in my way. Let us see if that thick armored hide of yours can actually survive my ultimate lightning strike. He dives, turning into a purple blur. His spear, packed with S-class power, drives straight into the bear's skull. A massive lightning ball detonates, swallowing everything in blinding purple light. The shockwave ripples outward, destroying everything in its path. The energy is so intense it nearly knocks the camera drone out of the sky. Chudan Duong's crew shields their faces from the pressure. Back at the command center, the judges all jump to their feet. They stare at the screens, which are now completely washed out in purple. The fat judge, sweating bullets, screams right at Principal True. Principal True, look at this! You told me this was an E-rank ability? Are you trying to scam me? Another judge in a gray suit looks shell-shocked. He wiped out a whole pack and matched the boss. Even an A-rank talent could not do that. The old judge with glasses scratches his head. Maybe it is a mutation? That principal is grinning like he found a superstar. But for real? This whole building is going to shake once everyone sees what Hua Jingming just pulled off. Back to work. As the purple fog lifts, that bloodthirst bear limps out. Its head is fried from lightning, but the beast is still standing tall. The bear roars, and the shockwave sends Hua Jingming flying. He hits the dirt, eyes wide, thinking, was that seriously just a tiny scratch on this beast? Jingming pulls a slick mid-air flip and sticks the landing like a total pro. He stands firm, scanning the beast. This level 2 rare monster is legit thick skin, sword-proof, and apparently, it does not even care about electricity. One-shotting this beast while 2 levels lower is a huge ask. The bear gets the hint, eyes turning red as a dark aura swirls around its body. That dark energy wraps around its massive frame, and suddenly, its power and rage hit a whole new level. Jingming's jaw drops. That giant bear, soaked in black mist, charges like a semi-truck with no brakes, flattening every single thing in its path. It is moving insanely fast. The ground is literally shattering. Jingming backpedals to avoid getting crushed, digging his spear into the dirt to keep his balance. He looks at the monster going totally ballistic and actually starts to smirk. Things are finally getting interesting. Oh, so we are going berserk now? This bear really wants me dead. Pro tip: berserk is a beast skill. Basically their version of human combat techniques. The bear slams its paws down, causing a mini earthquake, then throws its head back and screams with pure, unhinged madness. It lunges forward, like a moving mountain, ready to turn Jingming into a pancake. But our guy stays frosty, instantly running the numbers in his head. Wow, once these beasts go berserk, their physical stats go through the roof. Catch as their tiny brains turn to mush, making them mindless killing machines. Plan A: don't take this thing head on. Best bet is to use my speed and just dance around it. He drops low, using slick footwork to dodge those massive claws. Purple sparks dance on his spear as he waits for the perfect moment to paralyze it. He slides right under the bear's stomach, his lightning spear grazing that thick, nasty fur as he passes through. He spots an opening and dumps all his lightning power into one spot, slamming a ball of electricity into the beast's leg. The bear faceplants hard. Jingming's eyes turn cold. Time for the finisher, Purple Divine Thunder. He reaches for the sky, calling down a massive bolt of purple lightning. Blow it up. Boom. A giant purple lightning strike drops from the clouds, swallowing the bloodthirst bear whole. The destruction makes the entire battlefield shake like a leaf. The whole area is just a sea of lightning. When the light finally fades, that massive bear is a smoking heap on the ground. Jingming just stands there, casually checking out his handiwork. He looks at the sparks still flicking off his fingertips and smirks. After getting fried by Divine Thunder for 30 seconds, no armor was saving you. But wait, the beast's red eyes flicker one last time with pure, unadulterated hatred. It lets out a final, desperate roar, but its body is totally fried. The system alert pops up paralyzed. Jingming smiles. The prey is trapped. It is showtime. He lifts his spear high, lightning going wild again. He starts charging up his ultimate finishing move, Lightning Flash. His whole body glows with purple energy. His eyes light up as he whispers, "Quick, Gale." He launches into the air, dumping every ounce of energy into his spear. A massive thunderbolt slams the bear's head, causing a total explosion. A whirlwind of energy wipes the slate clean, leaving only a massive crater where the monster was. The bear is officially done. The system notification confirms his victory. You have defeated a level 2 bloodthirst bear. Ability points awarded +24. Jingming catches his breath and leans on his spear. Finally over. He had to upgrade his lightning flash skill just to handle this tank. That power did not disappoint. He wipes sweat off his forehead and grins. That was only 2 minutes, but that was the best fight ever. He stands tall in the middle of the wreckage, looking like he is deep in thought. Wonder what happens once I clear the rest of the core zone. The sun is coming up, meaning this exam is almost over. Back in the control room, the leaderboard pops up and everyone loses it. First place, Hua Jingming, 10,835 points. No contest. Second place is barely over 1,000 points. The whole room is exploding. 10,000 points? You have got to be kidding me. The judges are losing it. One guy screams 10,000 points does not just break the city record, it smashes the provincial record. He is a monster. No, he is a genius among geniuses. Last year's top scorer only had 8,000 points. Jingming is on a whole different level. A judge shouts that he is already locked in the top provincial spot. Back at the ruins, Jingming checks his watch. Time is running out. He gives a confident smirk. The inner circle and the core zone are officially cleared out. I am done here. Time to head back to the center and grab whatever points are left. Scraps are still meat, right? He turns and vanishes like wind. Chu Danying's crew is in total shock. They are stuttering. How did Jingming actually kill a level 2 Beast King? That is literally impossible. Chu Danying is just confused. Why is he coming back? He already won by a landslide. What else could he possibly want? Manjiao watches him go, squinting. She realizes he is heading straight back to the center of the zone. Suddenly, a terrifying thought hits her and she gets goosebumps. Wait, is he seriously going back just to wipe out every single thing left? Chu's squad went ghost white at the news. He shook with fear, terrified this nightmare hunt would never end. Chu looked at his team, sounding totally panicked. With Ming's speed, he's gonna wreck us. If we don't move now, we won't score a single point in this final hour. Our crew is basically toast. Once they heard they were finished, everyone scattered, running for their lives. Peace out, guys. I am hitting the bricks. Move it, Rao yelled, glancing back. Leave some points for me. An hour later, the surveillance drone's announcement blared across the entire city of Donat. The 2037 Jiang City Martial Arts exam is officially over. Killing beasts no longer earns points. All candidates must return to the base immediately. When the news hit, Kai took a shaky breath and wiped her forehead. She sighed in relief. Is it finally over? Thank goodness. Elsewhere, candidates were absolutely wiped. Some screamed in frustration, "Why now? I just needed one more beast." Others were just glad they survived. Too close. I actually made it. Unlike the rest, Hua Jingming stood in a literal ocean of beast corpses, looking pretty let down by the results. Over already? What a buzzkill. I was just heating up. At the exit, candidates crowded under heavy security and drone surveillance. Amidst the exhausted mob, Rao scanned the faces until her eyes finally locked onto her target. She grabbed Kai's arm and hissed frantically, "Kai! Kai! Is that Hua Jingming really your cousin?" Kai looked completely over her. "Seriously? You've asked 3 times now." "Yes, it's him. It is really, truly him." Rao's voice instantly went sweet and begging while shaking Kai's arm. "Come on, be a bestie and give me your cousin's contact info, please." "I'm begging you." Kai crossed her arms, acting annoyed. "Weren't you totally bored of him yesterday?" "Now I've got to think about it." Rao pleaded. "That was before. He's the top scorer now, please." Suddenly, a roar from the exit sent the crowd into a frenzy. "Look, there he is. Hua Jingming is coming out." Man, every single candidate started shoving and pushing. Everyone scrambled to see the top scorer's face. "Where? Hey, stop pushing. I saw him first. Ow." In the middle of the chaos, Hua Jingming appeared, totally chill with a smug little grin. As he stepped out, the crowd mobbed him, screaming, "Hua Jingming, congrats! Hey, look over here. Can you slide me like 100 points?" Suddenly, Chu and Hao stepped out, pushing through the mob to face Hua Jingming head-on. Chu looked at Hao with a touch of regret. "That top spot belonged to you." Hao just smiled. "Who knew school number 2 had such a freak? I'm cool with my score." The principal came running with a middle-aged guy in tow. "Jingming, congrats, kid." "Let me introduce someone important. This is Director Chu from the Board of Education." "Sir." Skip the bus. The director wants to drive you home himself. Ming looked at the wild crowd and thought, good call. Taking the bus now would be a complete disaster. Inside the luxury car, Director Chu smiled. So, have you thought about which ability college you want? Jingming answered honestly. Lately, I have been totally locked in on training and boosting my stats. I haven't really looked at universities yet. Director Chu nodded. With your rank, you can get into any school in the country, no problem. There are hundreds of colleges, but half of the high-level ability users come from the big three. I'd strongly suggest you consider those three above anything else. First up is Capital Ability University, right in the heart of Great Xia and government-run. After graduation, you're straight into the state. Even the National Guardian is an alum. Second is Magic City Ability University in Saint Ote. They have insane resources and elite clubs, perfect for anyone who wants to reach the absolute top of the game. Finally, there is Tan Than University. Over 200 years of history, ancient legacies, and a world-class faculty. All three schools have secret high-level cultivation methods hidden from the public. They are literal holy lands that every student dreams of entering. Jingming was curious. I know we need training methods to become real ability users, but what exactly makes a cultivation method high-level or top-tier? Director Chu broke it down. Think of it like this. Ability training methods are split into different ranks and levels. Using basic methods, most awakened ones need 3 to 4 years to advance. But with a top-tier cultivation method, it only takes 6 months to fully become a real ability user. He patted Jingming's shoulder. Don't sweat it. With your results, you'll definitely get fast-tracked for direct admission. The big three will offer some serious perks. Just pick the one that fits your vibe best. Jingming nodded, his mind already made up. I get it. Thanks a lot, Director. The next day, Jingming hit the shower. The cold water washed away all the stress from that brutal exam. After his shower, he checked his system panel. His ability points had hit 2,534. He thought, 2,500 points should last me until college. He threw a towel over his shoulder and wondered, do they even have beast hunts in university? If not, I'm heading to the wilderness soon. Meanwhile, Kai and a beautiful middle-aged woman showed up at his front door. Kai was confused. Wait, why is the door busted? Then she got a sneaky idea. Hey, let's creep in and give Jingming a huge surprise. They both stepped in quietly. The woman called out happily, Jingming. He walked out of his room wearing just a towel and nearly jumped. Auntie? Kai? What are you guys doing here? Both women froze and looked away, faces turning red. Kai stammered while pointing at his lack of clothes. Jingming, what on earth are you doing? He scrambled to cover up and yelled, This! Are you trying to kill me or what? His aunt looked at the messy house. I haven't been here in days, but how did it get this trashed? Jingming looked at her and felt a wave of warmth. After his parents died, his aunt stayed with him constantly, giving him a real home. She handled everything, even making his favorite bamboo shoot stir-fry. She looked at him warmly. Little Ming. She sat down and asked him gently about everything. I don't really know much about these martial arts exams. Look, I was stressed for months when you signed up, but seeing you safe? I am finally breathing again. Your rank does not matter, kid. Even if you flopped, we are good. Jingming blinked, totally lost. Wait, did my cousin seriously not tell you yet? Chi leaned in close, whispering playfully. I think it is better if you drop the bomb yourself, hero. Jingming looked down, acting shy. Auntie, I actually did all right, scored over 10,000 points. Qingyan was mid-sip when that hit. Water went everywhere. She was shaking, eyes wide as saucers. Wait, back up. How many points? You are joking, right? Do not play with me, kid. Chi grabbed her mom before she fell. It is legit, Mom. My cousin scored 11,124 points. Qingyan just froze there, jaw on the floor, staring like she had just seen a freaking ghost. Then the waterworks started total happy tears. She hugged him like her life depended on it. The family legacy is safe. Your parents are definitely smiling down from heaven right now. Meanwhile, over at the top-tier ability academies, a high-stakes board meeting was already popping off. A woman flipped to the next slide. Behold our outlier, Hua Jingming, 18 years old, E-rank lightning power, total rookie status. One judge slammed the table. If these numbers are for real, we are recruiting this kid. No questions asked. But another guy just scoffed. Look at the paperwork. E-rank? No way he hits those numbers. Meanwhile, in another room, the vibes were even more chaotic as they replayed his fight footage. There is zero chance that is an E-rank power. That output is straight A rank, maybe even S tier, someone yelled back. Bro, Jiang City is a total backwater. No way a top scorer comes from there. He probably cheated, used a ringer, or some performance-enhancing junk. Right when things were about to get physical, a booming voice shut them up. Enough. The woman in charge slammed the desk. Final call. Put Jingming on the S-Rank priority recruit list for now. I am heading to Jiang City myself to see if he is the real deal or a fraud. A few days later, Jingming's phone buzzed. It was a text from the Provincial Board of Education. The message was short and sweet. Candidate Hua Jingming, the provincial rankings are out. You are officially rank 1 in Jiangnan. Total score, 11,124 points. He stared at the screen and let out a massive breath. Alone in the gym, he pumped his fists and just screamed. Number 1. I am the top scorer. Seconds later, the internet absolutely exploded. Every headline was screaming about the new dark horse in town. A top scorer from the sticks? Is this E-rank kid a natural genius or just a total grinder? The questions were everywhere. Then came the haters. Since when do E-rank scrubs take the top spot? This smells fishy. A fake awakener winning it all? Yeah, right. If an E-ranker is actually rank 1, I will straight up eat my socks on livestream. Hold up, I am hunting for the footage. Cameras were shoved in the principal's face. Principal Chu. Everyone online thinks these scores are fake. What is your defense? Give us the tea. The public wants answers. Is this a scam? Principal Chu stood tall. Listen up. We just uploaded Jingming's full exam footage to our site. Go see for yourselves. Check the tape and verify it. The integrity of this exam is absolute. We do not play favorites here. Period. The reporters pulled up the video and collectively lost it. Holy, he just put a spear through a rhino's skull. That is more raw power than a top-tier strength type. Wait, he is a lightning user? You are telling me that insane damage is E-rank? No way. And he is supposed to be a rookie? Principal Chu beamed from the podium. The footage does not lie. Jingming's scores are 100% legitimate. He is the real deal. He is officially the first provincial champion in our city's history. This kid deserves some serious respect. He hoisted a giant check for $1 million. Big congrats to our champion, Hua Jingming, for taking the top spot. Here is $1 million in cold hard cash, plus an exclusive high-level ability training manual from the Department of Education. The city is also tossing in another $1 million in a luxury villa. Reporters were going wild, screaming, "Get the shot, this is tomorrow's front page, no cap." Hidden in the shadows, that female investigator and her crew watched the circus. She was not buying it. Look, just because they released a video does not prove he was not juicing on illegal performance drugs. The only thing that matters right now is confirming this kid's actual biological power rank with our own tests. On stage, the principal leaned over. "Where's our star? This is his party." Someone whispered back. "Just called him. He is still at the gym training. Said he will be here soon." The principal blinked, then let out a nervous laugh. "Still training? The exam is over, kid. Guess our new champ is just built different." Haha. Cut to the principal's office. He was shaking while pouring tea for 3 scary uninvited guests, 3 high-level recruiters. Tea? Anyone? One guy in traditional robes just waved him off, looking totally unimpressed. The principal was sweating bullets. These high-level warriors are the real deal. Just standing near them makes my heart race and my knees turn to jelly. He eyed the 3 of them, terrified they would start a brawl right in his office. The tension was thick enough to cut. Finally, the investigator, Zhang Zhaoyue, broke the silence. "I am the head of admissions at Meido University. Long time no see, guys. So, which little genius are we all trying to steal today?" A stunning woman in a silk dress, Tavan from Thon Kin University, just gave a sharp, confident smile. "Let's skip the fake small talk, Zhang. If this Jingming kid is legit, he is coming to Thon Kin. No debate." No Lan from Thon University just burst out laughing. "Huh. Nice try, Van. What makes you think you get first dibs?" Thon is snatching him up, obviously. Zhang Zhaoyue just sighed. Recruit wars were the worst. Trying to land a provincial champ always meant a dirty fight with these other schools. Right then, the door swung open. Jingming strolled in, looking tall and confident with a massive spear slung over his shoulder. "Hey teachers, what is up?" All 3 recruiters went silent, eyes locked on him. The heavy tension in the room just vanished in a heartbeat. Zhang Zhaoyue sized him up. Kid's got aura. Total focus, man and weapon in perfect sync. Glad to see he did not get lazy after the test. Face to face with 3 heavy hitters, our guy is chill as ice. The principal breaks the silence to kill the awkward vibe. "Meet Miss Chuang, the admissions boss at Meido University," he says. "This is Miss Tu from Capital City University, and over here is Mr. No from Jincheng. These people are the real deal, the absolute elite in the Awakener community." No joke. Miss Chuang shoots him a grin and cuts the fluff. "Look, Hua, we watched your highlights. Your fighting style is legit and your instincts on the field are basically god tier for a kid." She leans in, getting real intense. "I have one major question for you, though. Your power is way above that rank E garbage you put on paper. So, what is the catch?" Hua thinks, score, they totally bit. He just needs to play it cool now. Keeping his cool, he lies. Before the big test, I was grinding at home when a random lightning bolt blasted me. Ever since that shock, my stats have been off the charts. Mr. No and Miss Two exchange a look. Sounds like a rare ability mutation, they say, totally buying the story. Miss Chuang pulls out a high-tech device. Well, Hua, you probably have no clue what your ceiling is yet. Good thing I brought a portable tester. Step up and show us what you got. She slides him the gear and says, just let it rip. Do not hold a single thing back. Hua grabs it and boom, angry purple lightning fries the air, dumping raw energy into the machine. Even Miss Two flinches. This kid is packing some serious heat, and she knows it. That lightning is total chaos. My heart is actually thumping, she gasps. The screen flickers as the electricity spins out of control. System scan complete, decoding this freakish power source right now. The display flashes. Violet Celestial Thunder. But before the rank pops up, the machine starts glitching out like crazy. Rank, error, rank. The hardware is literally buckling under the massive pressure. The tech cannot handle the juice and straight up explodes in her hands. Purple sparks rain down as they both dive for cover. The whole room smells like burnt wires and pure energy. The principal flips out, screaming, what just happened? Is everyone hurt? Is the roof going to cave in? Mr. Ngo and Miss Two are hyped, eyes popping out of their heads. That settles it, Ngo yells. If he fries a tester, he is at least S-rank. We are talking a generational talent. Miss Chuang looks at Hua like he is a billion-dollar jackpot. I knew it, she beams. I just found the ultimate prize. Suddenly, Ngo starts barking to win him over. Hua, choose Jincheng. We will drop 4 million in top-tier C4 gear on your desk today. Every manual and skill book we have is yours for free. Talk about a desperate play for a signature. Miss Two rolls her eyes and scoffs. Is that it? She looks at Hua with a better deal. Come to Capital City, and we will give you 6 million. Elite gear and training are on the house for 4 years. No caps and 0 questions asked. So, what do you say to that? Hua is floored by the crazy numbers. These schools are throwing around life-changing money just to sign him up. Miss Chuang just smiles, cool as a cucumber. Mado does not do basic bonuses. Whatever they offered, we will match it and double it. We will give you every single thing. Plus, every year you get a full dose of S-rank resources. That drop shuts the whole room down. Mr. No and Miss to literally scream in shock. Wait, what? S-rank resources? Hua asks, totally clueless. Chuang explains, ever heard of dragon beasts? They are monsters born with godlike power. We call them the dragon tribe because they are legendary. She continues, these things are rank 4 or 5 at birth. They are walking disasters that wreck anything in their way. Then she plays the winner. Our S-rank vault has the blood from a near-mature dragon beast. That stuff is basically liquid gold for anyone trying to level up. Drink that blood and your body becomes a fortress. You will have the strength of a legend. Every piece of S-rank gear we provide is on that same level of crazy. Miss Two sounds totally salty. Even I want that deal. Mado, you guys are filthy rich. How is anyone supposed to compete with that budget? It is just not fair. Mr. Enjo looks totally defeated. S-rank goods are for elite seniors, and she is just handing them to a freshman. We cannot match that. I am officially out. The 3 of them stare at Hua. Miss Two asks, okay, the offers are all out there. Time to pick a side. Who is the winner? We are the best 3 schools in the nation. Who do you pick? Without missing a beat, Hua smiles. Mado University, he says. He thinks Mado has the best cash deal, but their training is also the most brutal in the country. They turn students into absolute monsters on the front lines. Half of the Pro League champs are Mado alums. If I want to be the GOAT, that is where I belong. He gives the others a polite nod. Thanks for the massive offers. I really appreciate it. As they walk away, Miss Chuang summons a gold invitation that zips into her hand. She hands it over with a smirk. Hua, we are expecting some big things from you. Do not let us down. Classes start September 1st, but you are a VIP, so you can head over early. We will even set up your dorm room today. No need to wait for the crowds. Hua gets excited. Can I hit the library for those secret skill books and manuals right now? I want a massive head start on everyone else. Miss Chuang does not even blink. No problem at all. In fact, the library will give you a private study room, so nobody bugs you while you are leveling up. It is all yours. Here is my contact info. Call me when you land in Mado. Hua takes the invite, totally hyped. Mado University, here he comes. This is the big one. A few days later at the station, the speakers boom. Train G91 to Mado is now boarding at Platform 4. Please have your tickets ready. Attention. Train G91 to Mado is departing in 2 minutes. On the platform, Hua's uncle, Mr. Duong, hugs his wife and gets misty-eyed. Man, our little guy is finally leaving the nest. His aunt is crying happy tears too. Uncle Duong looks at his daughter. Hey, Kiki, you are picking colleges soon too, right? Listen to your dad for a second. Since your cousin is at Mado, you should find a place nearby. That way, you two can watch each other's backs in the big city. Keep the family together. Kiki listens but looks a bit stressed out. She just nods and says, "Yeah, Dad. I hear you." Staring out the bullet train window, Hua Jingming notes he has 6 hours to kill. Might as well brush up on his training techniques while he waits. Of all his graduation rewards, this heaven-shaking method manual is easily the biggest flex. He runs through the basics. Like powers, training methods come in ranks. We are talking basic, intermediate, advanced, and those insane top-tier levels everyone wants to get their hands on. Better ranks mean faster leveling. He grips the manual and locks in. This scroll right here is actually a legit intermediate level ability training method for his power. Since his spirit power is at 180, it will only take half a day to memorize everything. He closes his eyes, feeling the vibe in the air. There is this wild power flowing through the world. Following the guide, he actually tapped into that energy on day 1. While the train rockets toward his destination, he keeps grinding. Suddenly, an upgrade alert flashes across his system interface. But he is not hitting that level up yet. The rules are obvious. Jumping from an awakener to a full ability user is a massive deal. Using a high-tier method for your breakthrough makes you way more cracked. Once he is at college, he will get the elite stuff. Why waste his shot on some mid-tier method? 6 hours later, he hits Mado. The scale of this place is absolutely insane. Seriously, the front gate alone is at least 100 meters wide. If the gate is this massive, the campus must be legendary. A red sports car screeches to a halt nearby. Zhang Chuanyue leans out. "Hey, Hua Jingming, welcome to registration." "Hey, Professor, hop in," she says. "I will drive you to finish your paperwork." "So, what do you think? Our Mado Ability University is pretty epic, right? We have 40,000 mu, that is 26 square kilometers. Every student gets over 2,600 square meters of personal space. Those tourists visiting, they could walk all day and not see half the campus. Looking at the majestic views, Shu realizes seeing this place is way better than hearing about it. Once the paperwork is finished, she hands him a card. "Take this. It is your student ID and all-access pass. Just swipe it when you get to your dorm." Shu checks the card. He saw plenty of college dorms back when he was a PhD student in his past life. He has seen 4-man rooms, singles, and 3-room suites for researchers. But standing in front of a literal mansion, he is totally floored. Using a luxury villa as a student dorm is a whole new level. Zhang Chuanyu just smiles. Every student here stays in a villa. The size and luxury simply depend on your rank. Since you are the top provincial scorer, you get the most luxurious unit, over 800 square meters. Do not worry about being lonely, though. The villa is for 2 people and has 2 separate floors. You and your roommate each get an entire floor. Hua Jingming grabs his suitcase and heads up the steps. A 2-person dorm is actually solid, better than being totally alone. In both lives, he was an orphan, so he prefers the warmth and energy of having other people around. He enters and flops onto the sofa. Zhang Chuanyu tells him the paperwork is officially done. Now, she needs to highlight a few spots he should really watch out for. "Go ahead," he says. She holds up 2 fingers. 2 main points, the credit system and the personal mentor program. Let us start with the credits. At Mado University, credits are everything. Whether you are buying food, gear, or rare treasures, you need points. 1 single credit is basically worth 10,000 great Xia coins. There are tons of ways to earn them. One way is a fixed stipend based on your ranking at the start of every semester. Take you, for example. Your rank is S-class. You are getting 100 credits this year. Then she calls out, "Yinu, come over and collect this." A metallic sphere floats out. A mechanical voice chirps. "Student Hua Jingming, your current credit balance is 100. Meet Yinu, the AI assigned to every dorm. She is actually a subprogram of the school high-level mainframe. This version is just a copy for your villa. Even as a copy, she is still a level 4 artificial intelligence. That is more than enough to handle your daily life." Zhu is stunned. A mere copy is level 4? The AI tech on this planet is way more advanced than anything he saw in his previous life. Zhang moves to point 2, our personal mentor system. Every student can pick a professor they like and ask them to become their master and private coach. Of course, the teacher has to say yes first. Shu is curious. Can a freshman really get one-on-one coaching? Exactly. All our professors at this university are high-ranking ability users. Most of them have unique combat skills and training methods they do not share. You only learn them by officially becoming their disciple. She gives him a recommendation. Mado has 4 lightning-style mentors. Yang Chen Tian, the dean of the Weaponry Academy, is my #1 pick for you. As soon as she finishes, Shu gives the order. Yinu, search for information on Professor Yang Chen Tian. A blue hologram glows from the sphere, showing his file. Yang Chen Tian, 52. Dean of the Mado Weaponry Academy. Rank C ability user, A rank lightning element, master of the spear, the heavy saber, the long sword, and plenty of other weapons. He is most lethal with a spear, earning him the nickname Lightning Spear. He once battled a level 8 monster for 3 days and nights before finally finishing the kill solo. Meanwhile, Professor Zhang pulls up the other 3 candidates on a different screen and looks at him. Information on the others is right here. 2 are in the Elemental Academy. The third is weaponry, but mostly uses a sword. The final choice is yours. Hua Jingming grins, his eyes locked on the file. Lightning element plus a spear specialty? This dean is definitely my best bet. The following morning, Hua Jingming follows the directions and tracks down the area where the professors live. He is about to knock when a voice calls out, "You here for a master? Wait, you are just an awakener? One of the early recruits?" Hua Jingming just nods and says, "Yeah." The guy looks shocked. Usually, the early recruits are at least mid-level or high-level rank 1 ability users. Didn't expect a basic awakener to get recruited early. The guy walks over, acting friendly. "I am from the Weaponry Academy. Actually, I am a junior now." Dam Min Duong introduces himself. Hua Kanmin keeps it chill, replying like a pro. He is just a freshman who signed up this morning. Dam Min Duong is totally shook. "You just got here and you are already hunting for a master? Kid, you are fast." Most rookies wait for the assembly. Hua Kanmin looks totally lost. He asks, "Wait, what even is this freshman assembly anyway?" Dam Min Duong holds up a finger to break it down. The assembly is a school tradition held a few days after registration. Every teacher watches. High-performing freshmen get scouted by the different academies. Some even get picked as personal disciples by the top-tier mentors right there on the spot. He gives him a doubtful look. "Sure, special recruits can try early, but aiming for the dean as your teacher? That is basically like winning the lottery. You are probably wasting your time." Hua Kanmin gives a polite smile. "Thanks for the intel, senior. So, are you also here to see Master Duong for the same reason?" Hearing that, Dam Min Duong's face just drops. He throws his hands up in total frustration and lets out a long, heavy sigh. "Exactly. I have been coming here for 6 months and I get blocked at the door every single time. I am ready to quit, but cannot walk away." Right then, a heavy thud sounds. Those giant rosewood doors slowly creak open. Dam Min Duong freezes, staring inside with his jaw on the floor in pure shock. A middle-aged man in a butler outfit steps out with a smile. "Welcome, gentlemen. Master Duong is already waiting inside for you. Please, follow me." Dam Min Duong is totally lost. He points at himself and stammers. Weird. The butler was never this friendly. And the master is waiting? Maybe I have a chance. Following the butler inside, the 2 students see a man with graying hair and a thick beard, sitting with his back turned toward them. A powerful, majestic aura fills the room, making time itself feel still. Then, the man slowly turns around to face them with an intimidating presence. His eyes are sharp as an eagle. Hua Kanmin feels crushing pressure immediately. This guy is no joke. The famous Thunder Spear, level 7 Esper Duong Tran Tien. Dean Duong ignores the senior student completely. His eyes lock onto Hua Kanmin instead, studying the young freshman carefully. "You are Hua Kanmin, right? The principal mentioned you. Come on, to the training room. I saw your combat footage. Your skills and spear technique are top tier. But first, I want to see your S-rank ability, Purple Heaven Thunder." Hua Kanmin gives a sharp, determined nod to his new mentor. Understood. He takes a deep breath and raises his hands. Purple lightning begins to flash and dance around him, crackling with raw, intimidating power. Boom! An earth-shattering explosion echoes. Hua Kanmin releases a flood of purple lightning, turning the entire training room into a wild, raging sea of thunder. Standing right in the middle of the electric storm, Dean Duong does not even flinch or look away for a second. Instead, he just smirks with interest. His eyes light up. This is it. The legendary S-rank ability, Purple Heaven Thunder. He analyzes the power. Even though I have lightning and fire abilities, the gap between A rank and S rank is massive. This kid could easily blow past me. As the lightning fades, Dean Duong looks straight at Hua Kenmin. His voice is heavy. "With your insane potential and special ability, becoming my disciple is no problem." But then his eyes turn serious. "Look, I have been around. I have lots of friends and even more enemies. If you become my student, you will be a target. My enemies will come for you eventually. Are you still down for that?" Without a second of hesitation, Hua Kanmin drops to one knee. His movement is sharp, powerful, and totally decisive. He looks up with fire in his eyes. He bows and declares, "I am in. My dream is to become a high-level Esper through the heat of real battle. The more enemies my master has, the more it proves just how powerful you really are to the rest of the world." Hearing this, Dean Duong laughs out loud. "Great. From today on, You are my 32nd disciple and my very first S-rank student. Duong Trantian waves him up. Stand up. Then, he pulls out a secret training manual and looks at it with pride. He hands it over. This is the ultimate ability training method and a body technique I created myself. It is called the Indestructible Thunder Body. Hua Jingming takes the blue manual, heart racing. A body technique? This is way more valuable than common skills like lightning speed strike. It is a real treasure. Duong Trantian explains that the ability training method is one of the top 3 elite styles in the entire school. But this body technique, the Indestructible Thunder Body, is my life's work. It is officially certified by the Thunder Realm and the Stormbolt martial arts gyms. He looks at the end. S-rank? Hua Jingming gasps. The ranking system for techniques flashes through his mind as he realizes what he is holding. From F-rank all the way to triple S. And this one is S-rank. Just like Espers, techniques have their own power levels and tiers. Higher ranks are harder to learn, but the final power is insane. Most level 7 Espers are lucky to create A-rank skills, but Master Duong reached higher. Master Duong did not just make an S-rank skill, he made one that handles complex human body mysteries. His martial arts talent is honestly terrifying to think about. Duong Trantian continues, explaining the specific requirements for this level of training. The Indestructible Thunder Body is only for lightning users. There are 13 levels, each evolving your body. But first, you must become an official Esper. He crosses his arms and gives his first order. Go. Once you have used the training method to level up, come find me again. Then, I will personally help you build the foundation for your Thunder Body. Hua Jingming bows low. Thank you, Master. He thinks having a master is definitely the way to go. If I was alone, I would be taking so many wrong turns and wasting time. As Hua Jingming turns to leave, Duong Trantian watches him. He says quietly, I have only reached level 10 myself. Those last levels are out of reach. If I never claw my way to level 9 Martial Saint status in this life, then kid, you are my only hope for proving this secret technique actually works. Duong Trantian's eyes grew dark. Based on my theories, hitting the final level means your physical body basically becomes eternal and totally indestructible. Hua Jingming stormed out of the room, totally locked in. He spotted Dammin Duong slumped on the stairs, head in his hands, looking crushed. He walked over. Hey senior, what happened? Dammin Duong lifted his busted face and sighed. Forget it, man. See that guy in the lounge? That is the legendary Liao Shixuan, Principal Duong's personal protege. Liao's standards are absolutely insane. I couldn't even manage 10% of the power needed. Guess I am officially stuck being a loser for the rest of my life. He looked at Hua Jingming, assuming they were in the same boat. You struck out too, huh? Getting past Principal Duong is brutal. Want me to drop some knowledge on you? Hua Jingming kept it cool. Nah, I am good, senior. I actually made the cut. Dammin Duong's jaw dropped. Wait, what? You actually got in? I have never heard of a principal-level master recruiting a rookie before the big freshman convention even begins. He jumped up, staring at Hua Jingming's back as he walked away, totally baffled. Is he the principal's kid or something? Nah, he doesn't look it. Just who is this guy? Back at the dorms. Up on the second floor training room, Hua Jingming is sitting cross-legged, deep in his cultivation grind. Hua Jingming's eyes snapped open. The power difference was insane. This top-tier training makes sensing elements a breeze compared to that basic mid-level stuff. His eyes burned with pure determination. Now that I've mastered this method, I'm not doing this the slow way. Time to dump everything into a level up. A system interface popped up. He checked his level. Status. Awakened. Time to hit the plus sign. He smashed that level up button. Boom. The energy in the room went haywire, swirling like a storm. Jingming gritted his teeth, bracing for the agony as his body literally transformed. He gripped his shirt tight, veins bulging on his hands. Suddenly, a massive pillar of purple and white light exploded from his chest, blasting across the entire training room. As the light died down, Jingming was on his knees, gasping for air. A notification blinked. Awakened ability user, level 1, lower rank. He whispered, Phew! I finally broke through. Standing up slowly, he checked his hands. Arcs of purple-blue lightning, way stronger than before, were dancing all over his arms. He squeezed his fists, feeling the raw power surge. This top-tier training method is no joke. I can feel my internal energy and ability strength have spiked by 4 or 5 times. If I fought that level 2 bloodthirsty bear now, I wouldn't need a spear. My lightning alone would probably fry that beast instantly. He pulled up his status screen and grinned. It makes sense why every ability user is desperate for those high-level cultivation techniques. If I had used that basic method to break through, my stats would have only jumped 30 points. But this? A nearly 100-point boost in one shot. The gap is freaking massive. Standing in the gym, Jingming did the math. That level up only costs 300 ability points. I better save the rest for learning high-level combat skills down the road. He eyed the blue scroll on the table, totally hyped. This eternal lightning body technique is actually even more crucial than the training method itself. Being an S-class skill, the power is insane, but the point cost is huge. Who knows how long mastering this will take? Back at Principal Duong's mansion, caption, Day 2. Inside the house, Duong Tran is staring at Hua Jingming, looking completely blown away by what he sees. Already? That fast? The old master was reeling. In 20 years of teaching at Meido, he'd seen his fair share of gifted prodigies. Even for the most elite geniuses, that first jump to becoming an ability user usually takes forever. But it has been less than 24 hours since you got the book. Jingming scratched his head, acting humble. I guess I am a fast learner, but your eternal lightning body technique is a different story. That foundation stage is already giving me a hard time. Duong Tran crossed his arms. That foundation training uses lightning beasts as a catalyst, along with your own electrical power, to push your limits. You're basically forging your muscles and bones. The ultimate power of your eternal lightning body depends entirely on the quality of the beast blood you use to start. He stood up, looking serious. Since you have successfully leveled up, I am going to help you forge that eternal lightning body foundation right now. High-rank lightning beasts are super rare. I originally saved the blood from a level 7 storm leopard bear I killed years ago just for you. But Truong Tru Niet mentioned you get S-rank resources every year. So, I took the liberty of making an executive decision on your behalf. I combined everything and traded with the principal for a double S-rank resource. Check it out, actual blood from a level 8 lightning storm dragon. Jingming took the bottle, feeling the weight of it. Master, I can't believe you and the principal went to these lengths just for me. I will find a way to pay you back 1,000 times over. Duong Tran gripped his shoulder, looking stern. Good kid. Now, no more talking. Let's start. Up in the second floor gym, Jingming gave a nod. Duong Tran started pouring that glowing red dragon blood directly onto him. Brace yourself, kid. Level 8, dragon blood is basically straight poison for a low-level fighter. It's going to hurt like hell. His hands crackled with intense red lightning. Now, I am using my own flame lightning to help you absorb this stuff. The rest is up to you. Boom. He slammed a massive bolt into Jingming's skull. Glowing red veins spiderwebbed across his entire body as Jingming screamed in pure agony. Meanwhile, outside, Liao Shixuan was casually sipping tea with the old butler. Uncle Fuck, it has been 5 days already. This new junior, Hua, is tougher than he looks. He took a long sip of tea and sighed. Seriously, comparisons are killers. Back in the day, I only lasted 2 days, and that was with some basic level 7 beast blood. Hua's performance right now is actually worthy of that level 8 dragon blood. He smiled, eager to see the results. Mixed with an S-rank lightning ability, his eternal lightning body should be insane. Suddenly, a massive shockwave rattled the ceiling. Liao Shixuan bolted upstairs. The junior's foundation is actually finished. He cracked the door open just an inch to peek inside. Jingming stood there, eyes glowing red, wrapped in terrifying purple and black lightning. He looked pure evil. Shixuan broke into a cold sweat. This pressure felt like some top-tier monster. Instantly, Xu Jingming lunges forward with a fist full of lethal intent, but Yang Zhentian is a literal mountain. Jingming stops mid-swing, clutching his head while drenched in sweat. Master, what just happened? I felt like a monster. Why did I want to wreck everything? Yang explains it as that thunder dragon blood messing with your mental state. Thunder dragons are total beasts, so the side effects are nasty. Just stay chill, and you will be fine, kid. Once your power climbs, those glitches will disappear. Xu breathes a sigh of relief. Okay, that is great news. I really do not want my emotions turning me into some psycho that does something I will regret forever. Yang laughs and slaps his back. Chill out, you hit a 98% absorption rate. You are the best student. You shattered the old record. You made history today. He nods to Liu. Congrats, Junior. Your path is wide open. Meet your senior, Lu Ming. He is a peak level 3 pro. If you need tips, he is your guy. Xu bows low. Liu pulls out his phone. Look, I do not have a real gift for you right now. Check your credits. Xu stares at his phone. 200? Senior, this is way too much cash. That is $2 million. Yang says this is just pocket change for him. Do not feel guilty. Just take it. Senior's gotta look out for the new guys. It is tradition. Xu nods. I got it, master. Rest up and eat. Tomorrow morning, meet Lu to start your spear and fist training. Xu bows. Thank you, master. Back at the dorm, Xu finds a white-haired dude on the sofa, sweating a video game. Xu clears his throat. The guy spins around, grinning. You are the new roommate? I am Liu Wenhan. What is up? Xu introduces himself. Liu Wenhan freezes, eyes popping out. Wait, you are the Xu Jingming? The legend from Jiangnan? Shu is confused. You know me? Liu grabs him. Bro, of course, everyone knows you. I am the local gossip king. I have dirt on everyone. You caused such a stir, I did not even look. The legendary top scorer of the province. I cannot believe we are actually roommates. This is insane. He leans in. So, is it true? You really from that dusty old town in Jiangnan? Were you already awakened for the test? Your rank seemed higher than Yi Shu thinks. Man, this guy talks way too much. But honestly, it is actually pretty cool. I have always hated being alone, even in my past life. He remembers the orphanage. No family, no home. School was okay since I had a few good friends. College was the best, just trash-talking and grinding games with the homies all night. One wild party after my PhD and I wake up here. Still an orphan, even after reincarnating. But with a roommate like this, things might finally get interesting around here. Liu brags, I am top 11 in Sichuan, rank A mental, level 1. One day I will lead the armies. Anyway, enough talk, I am heading to the gym. Shu asks, a gym? I gotta see this. I am coming too. I need to see the Maddo campus gym. Welcome to the Thunder Dojo. They step inside and Liu is floored. Whoa, this place is absolutely packed. Students are grinding. I finally nailed my solar flame skill. Whatever, man, my metallic skin is better. You guys suck. My steel skin is the GOAT. I will have you all pinned in 5 seconds. An AI orb floats over. This is the main training hall. It holds 300 people. This hall uses memory alloy. Go wild with your powers. You cannot break this place. We have private rooms too. Shu says, no, let us stay. Liu is pumped. Look at these guys. Everyone is showing off. That fire dude is legit. And look at that strength user. Shu points. What are those giant pillars for? Those are for the punch leaderboards. Want to try? Top 3,000 gets a reward. 50 credits? Zhu is shocked. Easy money. Liu says, Maddo only has 4,000 students total. Fine, I will do it. Just swipe your card to start. No abilities allowed, just raw strength. Liu swipes his student card. A robot voice booms. Welcome, student 203701-256. Punch test starting. People turn around. Oh, a level 1 freshman? This is going to be hilarious. Liu grits his teeth. Damn, why does this machine have to be so loud? Huge crowd is staring, so I better not look like a total loser. He roars, bam, and throws a massive haymaker right into the sensor pad. He checks the results and gives a smug smirk. 476 kilograms. Solid work. I did not choke. Cracking the top 3,000 is basically a done deal. But then that cold AI voice kills the vibe. Sorry, your rank is way outside the top 100,000. Liu just freezes. What? More than 100,000? Doesn't Maddo only have like 4,000 students? The AI clarifies that this leaderboard covers every student in the 100-year history of Maddo University, not just current kids. Liu snaps. This is a total ripoff. No wonder everyone was gawking at me. They were just waiting for the main comedy act to finally start. The whole room just loses it. Outside the top 100,000? That is gold. Even as a freshman, my score was never that pathetic. Ha ha ha, look at this guy. He is turning bright red. Totally a freshman. Hua Jingming pats his shoulder. Don't sweat it, man. You are a mentalist. Gym stats are not your thing. Liu spins around, looking completely triggered. Thanks for the motivational speech. You want to take a swing at it then? You will definitely be way stronger than me. Ignoring the obvious bait from his roommate, Jingming keeps it cool. Sure thing. I wanted to test my power anyway. Seeing that, Liu pumps his fist, putting all his hopes on his buddy. He sounds dead serious. Go for it. Our dorm's reputation is riding on your hands now. Once again, the robotic AI voice echoes across the entire training hall. Student number 203701-204, Hua Jingming, is starting the challenge. Give him some applause. The crowd turns toward the pillar. Someone mutters, oh man, here we go again.